What's going on, everybody? My name is Spencer. Welcome back to the channel, and I know I haven't posted in over a month. I'm sorry. So instead of doing like another vlog where I explain what happened or another like apology video, I decided to make a constructive video to learn from this mistake because I'm only 19 years old. I haven't even started my career yet. So in my mind, it's better to get these stupid mistakes out of the way when I'm young, so then when I'm like 35, working my career, I can look back and be like, no, I don't want to be like that idiot that I was when I was a kid. I just want to do the best that I can. So here we go. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 things that every single artist needs to avoid doing at all costs. Roll the intro. Do you guys like the new intro? I pride myself on that. It took me like 6 minutes to make an iMovie. It's not that great. Here we go. So in this video, I'd like to talk about things that I do a lot that hinder my ability to make quality content. So the reason that I've been on such a long hiatus for the past month is because of these 5 things. So these are 5 things that you guys need to avoid doing. Number 1, focusing on gear. Now this is something that a lot of big YouTubers like to talk about, like Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, MKBHD, all the guys with the expensive big studios and the cameras. They like to say that gear doesn't matter, and no, you don't need a red camera, or you don't need a studio like this to produce movies like I do. Well, that's nice for them to say that. They do have those things, and they do use them. But there's someone like me that doesn't use those things. Like, I do have nice lights, a microphone, a really good tripod, and a decent camera, but I didn't start that way. My first video was shot on my cell phone, and it was edited on my Chromebook with a free online software. Creating content does not require you to have expensive gear. Whether you're a musician, a cook, a filmmaker, a photographer, an author, a painter, whatever you do have tools that you need to complete your task. Like, you can't be a filmmaker without a camera. You can't be an artist without paint and a paintbrush. You can't be an author without a pen and paper. But you don't need the most expensive tools. Take like guitars, for example. So you could go out and spend $150 on a piece of crap guitar like this that sounds... okay, it's way out of tune, but it doesn't sound the best. But it taught me chords and progressions and how to play the guitar, and then I move on to more expensive gear. Or like cameras, for instance. The camera that I'm shooting on now, I've had for about 2 years, and it's gone through a couple of upgrades. Like, I bought new lenses for it, but I've learned to use it to its maximum potential. And as I grow as a filmmaker, I go out and I buy more cameras. So I recently bought a 4K camera. I would not have ever started with that. My belief is that your gear should grow with you as you grow as an artist. So if you're a painter, start with dollar store paint. Paint a couple of paintings. Make mistakes. It's cheap. You can make mistakes. If you're a filmmaker, start shooting on your phone. Make mistakes. Upload some crappy videos. And then once you get better, then you can invest in the better gear, because it isn't the gear that's gonna make you good. It's you. So like I said, I bought this 4K camera and I have no idea how to use it. But by using this camera, as well as one of my old DSLRs, I've learned how to manipulate camera settings, and how to manipulate lighting, and how audio plays a part. And now I'm rocking that 4K camera shooting awesome B-roll, all because I learned how to use the tool, instead of thinking that an expensive tool would do all the work for me. That's a trap. Number 2 is obsessing over your product. Now, this is something that I do all the time, and it's one of the reasons that I keep going on these hiatuses from YouTube, is I come up with an idea for a project, or I make a project, and then I realize that it's not exactly what I want it to be. Like, I've been talking about this script for this Ball movie for the longest time now. I wrote the script a month ago. Like, it's done. I haven't filmed any of it because I'm waiting for the perfect day, with the perfect weather, with every variable being perfect. And by waiting like that, you're never gonna do anything. By waiting for the perfect painting idea to come to you, you're never gonna paint a picture. By waiting for the perfect sunset, you're never gonna take any pictures of sunsets. By waiting for perfection, you obsess. And by obsessing, you create nothing. Just look at my channel for the last month. So obsessing over things can be beneficial. Like, if you're a director that's getting paid to produce a really high quality movie, yeah, you're gonna obsess over every detail. If you're someone like me that's going to a wedding to take pictures and video, you're going to obsess over your framing and over lighting and stuff like that because you're being paid. But if you're doing it as a hobby, it's better to get out and do it than it is to sit at home and think about how you could be doing better. This leads me to my third point, which is stopping altogether. The worst thing any artist can do is stop creating their art. So like me as a filmmaker, I found it fun at first to make these videos. Like I would get up in front of the camera, I would rant to it, or I would make little short films, or I would play a video game, and it was fun for me. But then as I set a schedule for myself, it became more of a chore than it was a hobby. Like I thought, oh god, I gotta make a video today, this isn't gonna be very fun. And so then I stopped altogether because I was burnt out. I didn't want to do it. Don't do it because you have to. Do it because you want to. And stopping producing art is the worst thing you can do. And to limit you guys, as well as myself, from stopping producing, I'm gonna challenge all of my subscribers and viewers, as well as myself, the following thing. Every day for the next 10 days, I challenge you, as well as myself, to create something. Whether it be a picture, a piece of music, a video, anything you want, create something that is your own every day for the next 10 days. And you will find that creating something once a day, every day, will inspire you more than just sitting and not creating. And so that's why I'm gonna hopefully start creating something every day, whether I post it or not. It's gonna help me improve. Number 4 is comparison. Stop comparing yourself to other people. So I look at guys like Casey Neistat or Peter McKinnon. These guys have years of experience in filmmaking, and they produce some of the most entertaining, best to look at, beautiful photography and cinematography on the internet. Like Peter McKinnon is a genius with a camera. And so I compare myself to him, and when I'm out shooting, I think, wow, this is nowhere near as good as his stuff. Why am I even doing this? Comparing yourself to others is one of the worst things you can do as an artist. Your art is yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Nobody's voice is any louder than yours when it comes to your art. Do you think J.K. Rowling compared herself to other authors when she was writing Harry Potter? I'm sure she did. Everybody does. But it's going beyond that comparison. It's seeing how others are doing it and saying, I could do that better. And the very last point that I have for you guys, number 5, is doubt. Stop doubting yourself. Go out there. Shoot a movie. If you hate it, that's fine. Put it up anyway. Get some constructive criticism. Stop doubting that you're bad. Whether you're 65 years old learning the piano, or you're 13 years old trying to start a YouTube channel, doubt is the number 1 enemy of any artist. If I'm doubtful of a video doing well, I sit on it and I stew on the idea of whether or not I should even make the video. And then I stop making videos altogether. Stopping is bad. Doubting is even worse. All of these kind of tie in with one another. Like you doubt that your gear is good enough, and so you don't go out and film because you think, shooting on my cell phone, that's not going to look very good, and so I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid that other people aren't going to like it. And then you start obsessing over every single little detail, like I can't shoot on this phone, I have to go out and get like this expensive camera and these nice lights and microphones, and then you just stop producing altogether. Stopping is never good for any artist. Making movies is so much more than just my career. It's one of the most fun things that I do. And hopefully, if you're an artist, your drawings or your guitar playing or anything that you do is fun to you. And don't ever think that you're not good enough, because it's those thoughts that stop you from becoming the person that you can be. I realize this video is a lot heavier than my other story times and rants and stuff, but I thought I could get this out, kind of start fresh with this new kind of inspiring type of stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't like it at all, leave a dislike. If you really enjoy my content, please consider if you have any thoughts for me, leave them in the comments below. And if you really like this type of content, consider subscribing. I've got some awesome stuff coming for you guys in the future, and that's a promise. I'm not going away anytime soon. Yeah. I gotta get to work, so I'm gonna leave. You guys can let yourselves out. I'll see you later.